Rosalind, tell us a little about your new book.
My new book is titled, How Do I Tell the Kids About the Divorce? Create a Storybook Guide to Preparing Your Children with Love. And the book is based on my own experience more than a decade ago. My son was 11, and I was traumatized by how to break the news to him. Stayed up many sleepless nights thinking about it, and I finally came up with an idea that I used, and it was so successful and effective that I decided to share it with other people, and that became my new book. What makes the book unique and different from anything else on the market right now is that I don't just tell people what to say, I say it for them. I've actually created a script, a template, fill-in-the-blank templates that parents can customize so that they can use the information that I've gathered and they don't have to add anything other than their own family history. The concept is based on a storybook. Create a storybook. What I did was use my own family history and told my son how mom and dad met and things we did when we were dating and when we got married and how exciting it was when he was born, and brought him right up to the present time. And then in the present time I spoke about the fact that mom and dad have been having problems, there's been tension in the family, and we have a better idea for a solution, which is for mom and dad to live in two separate homes. And in very basic terms, and I provide two separate templates, one for ages 5 to 10 and the other for 10 to 15. I use the information that the children need to have, and the parents customize it with their own family history and the information that's most updated for them to create this wonderful storybook. And once you complete the templates and fill in the blanks, you just need to put it into a photo album or a scrapbook and have it ready to present to the children at the time of the divorce conversation. Now, we all know that that's one of the toughest conversations that any parents could ever have. And what makes this book so wonderful is that you prepared it with love. It gets both mom and dad on the same page, so to speak, in thinking and talking about what you need to know and understand for your children's best interest. And I have 6 professional therapists who contributed to the book, each of them using information based on their own practice to help parents understand a lot more of the dynamics involved in children's reactions emotionally and psychologically to the divorce process. But the book is very simple to put together and complete using the fill-in-the-blank templates. And what happens is you have in front of you the storybook. So rather than just going through this difficult conversation and not remembering exactly what to say, here is something that's kind of like a script for you. And you read it to your children page by page, and it takes them right through the process. And at the end, you're prepared emotionally and psychologically for their questions and to move them ahead. And what you're doing is laying the foundation for creating a real child-centered divorce. And the child-centered divorce is what every family really wants. You want to have mom and dad on the same page, remembering that you are always going to be the parents of your children. And there are 6 key messages that every parent needs to share with their children that are in the book there. So the important elements are available to you, for you, and it becomes a very simple process, but the most valuable way that you could possibly share this information with your children. I wish everyone the most wonderful experience in moving past their divorce, and I think this guidebook is just the perfect tool to make those really difficult situations as positive as possible for the children that you love.